Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 060, Topics in Developmental Mathematics, Section 4.10, Problem 3. This is Section 4.10, Problem 3. It says there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Part A, how many hours are in 300 minutes? And B, how many minutes are in 300 hours? So, for Part A, start with a given amount. So the given amount is 300 minutes. And we can abbreviate that. Now, we want to convert it to hours. So you're going to multiply by a fraction that's essentially equivalent to 1. It'll have the same amount in the numerator and denominator. What goes in the denominator will contain the type of units that you want to cancel. So I want to cancel minutes. I want minutes in the denominator. So we'll put 60 minutes in the denominator, and that's equal to 1 hour. That goes in the numerator. Again, a little bit of an abbreviation. So I'm essentially just multiplying by 1. I'm not changing the amount of time. I'm just changing the units it's measured in. So now if I multiply, minutes in the numerator will cancel with minutes in the denominator, leaving me with hours. So as I multiply this fraction, what I'm left with is 300 in the numerator and 60 in the denominator, and my units of measure will be hours. So this I can do without a calculator. I mean, if you don't see it, you can just simply do the numerator 300 divided by the denominator 60. But in my head, I can see that I can cancel the numerator top and bottom. I'm left with 30 over 6, which I know will reduce to 5. So 300 minutes is the same as 5 hours. So I'll write that next to Part A. 300 minutes is the same as 5 hours. B, how many minutes are in 300 hours? So again, for B, this was A, B, start with the amount that's given. What's given is, for B, 300 hours. And again, I'll abbreviate a little bit, HR for hours. I'm going to multiply it by a fraction that's equivalent to 1. It's going to have the same amount numerator and denominator, but in the denominator I put the units that I want to cancel, and in the numerator the units that I want to get. So I want to cancel hours, so 1 hour will go in the denominator, and that's equivalent to 60 minutes. That'll go in the numerator. So now I'm multiplying. So hours in the numerator, hours in the denominator, they'll cancel. And I'm left with 300 times 60, and my units of measure will be minutes. 300 times 60, and that will be in minutes. And again, that can be done easy enough on a calculator, but even though it's a big multiplication, I can just ignore the zeros, and it comes down to 3 times 6. So 3 times 6 I can do is 18. How many zeros did I ignore? 1, 2, 3. So I put an 18 with 1, 2, 3 zeros. It's 18,000. My units of measure are minutes. That's the answer for B. And if you like, we can write that right next to B. 18,000 minutes.